Hello, good morning children. In previous class, we discussed about how to calculate the oxidation number of an element in a given compound. So, in the present class, we are going to discuss about the calculation of oxidation number of an atom in an ion. Let us take potassium permanganate. This potassium permanganate in aqueous solutions, it ionizes as K plus MnO4 minus. Due to ionization, the oxidation state of manganese is not going to be changed. Let us prove it. Here potassium is a oxidation state, spectator ion, its oxidation state is +1, plus manganese oxidation state is X, and 4 oxygens are there, each oxidation state is -2, and the sum of the oxidation states of all these elements is 0 because this molecule is neutral in nature. So, here 1 plus X minus 8 is equal to 0, X minus 7 is equal to 0, X is equal to +7. That is what we calculated in the previous class. That is, the oxidation state of manganese is found to be +7. Now, due to ionization, it ionizes as like this. Now, we are going to calculate the oxidation state of manganese in MnO4 minus ion. In MnO4 minus ion, here also same thing, manganese oxidation state is variable, it is we do not know it. So, let it be X plus oxygen oxidation state is -2. Since there are 4 oxygens, the sum of the oxidation state is 4 into -2. Here in this ion we have 1 unit negative charge. So, the sum of the oxidation states of all the atoms in this ion is equal to -1. So, X minus 8 is equal to -1, X is equal to -1 plus 8, it will be equal to +7. So, in MnO4 minus 7, the oxidation state is said to be +7. So, here there is no change in the oxidation state of Mn due to ionization. Due to ionization, there is no change in the oxidation state of manganese. Similarly, we can observe that K2Cr2O7 in aqueous solutions, it ionizes as 2K plus Cr2O7 minus 2. Here 2 chromiums are there, so 2X plus 7 oxygens are there, 7 into -2. The resultant sum of oxidation states of Cr and O is equal to -2 because the charge of this ion is -2. So, 2X minus 14 is equal to -2, 2X is equal -2 plus 14, it will be equal to +12, or X is equal to 12 by 2, that is equal to +6. If you calculate the oxidation state of chromium in K2Cr2O7 also, you will have the same result. That is, potassium oxidation state is +1. So, 2 potassiums are there, 2 into +1 plus chromium oxidation state is variable, we do not know. So, let it be X, 2 chromiums are there, 2X plus 7 into -2. The sum of these oxidation state is 0 because here there is no charge. So, 2 plus 2X minus 14 is equal to 0, 2X minus 12 is equal to 0, 2X is equal to 12, X is equal to 12 by 2, that is equal to +6. So, in K2Cr2O7 or in Cr2O7 minus 2, chromium oxidation state is found to be +6. It indicates that due to ionization, the oxidation state of any element is not going to change. Similarly, you can calculate H2C2O4, oxalic acid. It ionizes as 2H plus C2O4 minus 2. C2O4 minus 2. So, here in C2O4 minus 2, chromium carbon oxidation state, it is as we have no idea. So, let it be X, 2 carbons are there, 2X plus 4 oxygens are there, each oxygen oxidation state is minus 2, and sum of the oxidations of carbon and oxygen is found to be minus 2. So, 2X minus 8 is equal to minus 2, 2X is equal minus 2 plus 8, that is equal to plus 6, 2X is equal 6 by 2, that is equal to plus 3. Similarly, we can calculate oxidation state of sulfur in SO4 minus 2. Sulfur in SO4 minus 2, X plus 4 into minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So, X minus 8 is equal to minus 2, X is equal to minus 2 plus 8, it will be plus 6. So, sulfur oxidation state in SO4 minus 2 is plus 6. Similarly, you can calculate NO3 minus. X plus 3 into minus 2 is equal to minus 1, X minus 6 is equal to minus 1, X is equal to minus 1 plus 6, that is plus 5. Similarly, ClO4 minus. So, X plus 4 into minus 2 is equal to minus 1, X minus 8 is equal to minus 1, X is equal to minus 1 plus 8, that is equal to 7. By this way, we can calculate the oxidation state of different atoms, provided if the ion with its charge is known to us. Now, the present case, what we are going to do in the scope of our syllabus, here what you have to do, we have to balance the redox reactions. So, for balancing the redox reactions, there are so many methods: partial equation method, oxidation number method, and ion electron method or half reaction method. In the scope of our present syllabus, we have that half reaction method. Let us verify how to balance the equation by half reaction method. So, in the present class, we are going to get a new term called as ionic equation. What is an ionic equation? In the previous examples, we observed that some ions oxidation state is constant, it will not change. So, in any redox reaction, if any ion's oxidation state is same before and after reaction, such ions are said to be spectator ions. It means the ions which are present during the chemical reaction, but they will not undergone to any change. Such ions are said to be spectator ions. If we omit these spectator ions and represent the reaction only with those ions which are actually involved in the reaction, such equation is said to be a ionic equation. So, this ionic equation can be balanced by oxidation number method, half reaction method or ion electron method. Let us verify how an ionic equation is obtained from a normal equation. For example, if we take a well known reaction, that is oxidation of potassium permanganate in acidic media ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate. Oxidation of ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate in presence of acidic media by potassium permanganate. Oxidation of ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate in presence of acids by potassium permanganate. So the reaction is like this. Potassium permanganate means KMNO4. Potassium permanganate means KMNO4. In presence of acids, let it be sulfuric acid H2SO4. It reacts with ferrous sulfate FeSO4 and it convert it into ferric sulfate FeSO4 thrice plus MnSO4 plus K2SO4 plus H2O. This is the chemical reaction. Now, what happened when these compounds are kept or prepared as aqueous solutions? When KMNO4 is dissolved in water, it will give us its solution. This reaction takes place in between the aqueous solution of potassium permanganate and aqueous solution of ferrous sulfate. Now, let us verify the position of these ions in their aqueous solutions. In aqueous solution, KMNO4 ionizes to as K plus and MnO4 minus. In H2SO4, it ionizes as 2H plus SO4 minus 2. In FeSO4, Fe ionizes as this FeSO4 ionizes as Fe plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. Similarly, in products also the same ionization will take place. So, it will ionize, ferric sulfate will ionize as Fe plus 3 plus 3 SO4 minus 2. MnSO4 will ionize as Mn plus 2 plus SO4 minus 2. K2SO4 will ionize as 2K plus SO4 minus 2. So, since H2O is weak electrolyte, it will not ionize, it is in the molecular state only. Now, if you observe, or if it in case if it seems to be observed, it will be like this H plus OH minus. Now, if you observe, some ions are common in product side as well as in reactant side. That means, without any change in their oxidation state, they appear both in reactant side as well as in product side. First, let us observe such ions which are having same oxidation state in both reactant side as well as in product side. Those ions are K plus. Here also it is present as K plus. There is no change in its oxidation state. Similarly, H plus. Here also there is no change. It is present as H plus. SO4 minus 2. Here it is SO4 minus 2. In reactant side, 2 places SO4 minus 2 are present. Here also in 2 places SO4 minus 2 is present. 3 places. In product side, it is present in 3 places. So, oxygen's oxidation state, this side is minus 2 and here also it is minus 2. So, now the change is observed only in Mn, it is plus 2, Fe plus 2 in reactant side and Fe plus 3 in product side. So, only these ions oxidation state is changed during the chemical reactions. Now, all the ions which are rounded off there, they are called as spectator ions. They are called as spectator ions because their oxidation state is not changed before and after reaction. That means, before and after reaction, they have same oxidation number. There is no change in the oxidation state of those ions. So, leaving those ions, if those ions which are actually involved in the chemical reaction or which are actually subjected to change their oxidation number, if such ions are represented as an equation, that equation is said to be ionic equation. Now, here, now I am going to represent those ions only, particularly, that is, here we have MnO4 minus plus Fe plus 2 gives Fe plus 3 plus Mn plus 2. Here, in this method of which we call it as this balancing method, we have a special operation for acids and special operation when the reaction takes place in bases. That is why, though the ions are spectator ions, we have to mention, if the reaction is carried out in acidic media, H plus here, if it is a basic media, we have to mention OH minus. Here in the present case, since the reaction is carried out in acidic media, you have to place H plus ions on the arrow mark. That is all. This H plus ion is also a spectator ion. Just to indicate that reaction is carried out in acidic media, we are placing it. Now, this equation is said to be ionic equation. So, now ionic equation is the equation in which only those ions are actually involved in the chemical reaction are represented, leaving all spectator ions. Spectator ions means the ion which is not subjected to any change during the chemical reaction is said to be a spectator ion. Omitting the spectator ions and actual ions which are actually involved in the chemical reaction are represented with an equation. Such equation is known as ionic equation. Some of you may have doubt, sir, if you here you have write Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3, why don't you write it as Mn plus 7 as its oxidation state is plus 7? It may be a valid question, but here Mn can exist only in the form of Mn plus 2 state. In plus 7 oxidation state, it cannot exist. There is no existence of Mn plus 7. That plus 7 oxidation state is only an imaginary oxidation state. Along with oxygen, it will exhibit that oxidation state. Mn plus 7 ion is not at all exist. That is why, along with oxygen, we represent it as MnO4 minus, because its existence is in that form only. That is why we are representing like that. Now, here this is plus 7 and this is plus 2. Now, the question is, which ion is oxidized and which ion is reduced? We have already discussed that releasing of electron or losing of electron by a species is said to be oxidation. Gaining of electron or absorption of electron is said to be a reduction. But in that equation, electrons are not mentioned. Then how can we identify the oxidation and reduction? So, for that we have certain tricks to identify which is oxidized and which is reduced. So, oxidation. Oxidation means losing of electron. Losing of electron is known as oxidation. Losing of electron is known as oxidation. So, it can be observed by increasing of positive charge. Increasing of positive charge. If any ion is having less positive charge in reactant side and more positive charge in product side, that is called as oxidation. For example, Fe plus 2 is in the Fe is in the form of plus 2 ion in reactant side and plus 3 ion in product side. So here positive charge is increased. Positive charge is increased. Second one is decreasing of negative charge. Decreasing of negative charge. Decreasing of negative charge means if any ion or atom having more negative oxidation state in reactant side and a less negative oxidation state in product side, that is also called as oxidation. For example, if H2O is converted as H2 plus half H2 plus half O2. So here oxidation state of oxygen is -2, here it is 0, because in monoatomic molecules, homoatomic molecules, oxidation state is found to be 0. So negative charge is decreased from -2 to 0. Or if it converted as H2O2, in H2O2 oxygen oxidation state is -2. This side if it is -2 and that side if it is -1, then that is also called as oxidation. And another one is conversion of neutral atom into a positive ion. Conversion of neutral atom into a positive ion. Neutral atom into positive ion means Na, sodium, when it converted into Na plus, or Mg when it converted into Mg plus 2, that we call it as reduction, oxidation. So by this way, if you observe any of these changes, increasing of positive charge, when compare reactant side and product side, same ion if you compare from reactant side and product side, if positive charge is more than reactant side, product side is more than reactant side, then that ion is considered as oxidized. If any ion has having more negative charge in reactant side and less negative charge in product side, that is also considered as oxidation. For any atom, if it has 0 oxidation state in products reactant side and positive oxidation state in product side, then it is said to be oxidation. Reduction, what is reduction? Reduction means gaining of electron is said to be reduction. Gaining of electron is said to be reduction. How can you identify that a species has gained electron? This is also with the help of oxidation number we can determine. If a positive charge of an ion is decreased, then it is said to be reduced. That means if it has more positive charge in reactant side and less positive charge in product side, then it is said to be reduced. Reduction means gaining of electron. Gaining of electron is reduction. Gaining of electron is reduction. In gaining of electron is observed when any species has more positive charge in reactant side and less positive charge in product side. For example, in MnO4 minus, oxidation state of Mn is +7. In product side it is converted as Mn plus 2. This +7 state is converted as +2 state only when it accepts 5 electrons. Then only Mn will converted as Mn plus 2. This is said to be reduction. Another one is increasing of negative charge is also reduction. Increasing of negative charge or conversion of neutral atom into a negative ion. For example, if Cl2 is converted as Cl minus, it is possible only when it accepts 2 electrons. If H2O2, it is in -1 oxidation state. If it converted as H2O, where it has -2 oxidation state, that is also called as reduction. Increasing of negative charge, decreasing of positive charge or conversion of a neutral atom into a negative ion is said to be reduction. So, you have to observe the oxidation numbers of species both in reactant side and product side. If positive charge in reactant side is less than the positive charge in the product side, then it means it releases some electrons, that is said to be oxidation. If positive charge is more in reactant side and less in product side, it means it absorbs some electrons, and then we consider it as it is reduced. Similarly, in all the other cases also, with the help of these oxidation numbers, we came to a conclusion that it is oxidized, which species is oxidized or which species is reduced. So, now let us see how to balance an ionic equation by half reaction method. Let us take the oxidation of ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate by potassium permanganate in acidic media. For that, the ionic equation is MnO4 minus plus H plus Fe plus 2 gives Fe plus 3 plus Mn plus 2. This is an ionic equation. Now, by stepwise manner, let us verify how to balance this equation by half reaction method. In the first step, we have to write down the skeleton equation. Just now we have already written the skeleton equation. That unbalanced equation is said to be a skeleton equation. Now, the second thing is we have to identify which species is oxidized and which species is reduced. For that purpose, you have to observe the ions which are present both in reactant side and product side. Here we have Mn and here also we have Mn. In product side, Mn oxidation state is already mentioned, that is Mn plus 2. Now, you have to calculate the oxidation state of Mn minus in reactant side. MnO4 minus MnO4 minus. In MnO4 minus, the sum of the oxidation state of all atoms is equal to minus 1, because the charge is minus 1. Here, manganese oxidation state is X plus 4 into minus 2 is equal to minus 1, X minus 8 is equal to minus 1, X is equal to minus 1 plus 8, that is equal to plus 7. So, oxidation state of Mn in MnO4 minus is plus 7. So, Fe is plus 2 and Fe here it is plus 3. So, now it is evident, we have already discussed how can we identify which is oxidized and which is reduced. Reduced means decreasing of positive charge, oxidation means increasing of positive charge. So, increasing of positive charge is observed here, Fe plus 2 is converted as Fe plus 3, whereas in Mn it was converted from plus 7 to plus 2, that means its positive charge is decreased. So, MnO4 in MnO4 is reduced as Mn plus 2, whereas Fe plus 2 is oxidized as Fe plus 3. So, this is reduction, and this is oxidation. Now, split the equation into two half reactions, namely reduction half reaction and oxidation half reaction. Reduction half reaction is MnO4 minus gives Mn plus 2. Oxidation half reaction is Fe plus 2 gives Fe plus 3. So, now the equation is split up into two half reactions, namely reduction half reaction and oxidation half reaction. Now we have to balance each half reactions separately or independently. For that purpose, first we have to balance the elements other than oxygen and hydrogen, because we have to follow a sequential order to balance the equation in half reaction method. If you did not follow the sequence, you will not get the final answer properly. So first we have to balance the elements other than oxygen and hydrogen. Here the elements other than oxygen is Mn, Mn, Fe, Fe. So number of Mn's in reactant side in the half reaction is 1 and product side is also 1. So there is no need of balancing. There also there is no need of balancing. Now next, after balancing the other elements, then we have to balance oxygens. While balancing oxygen, you have to keep H2O to the deficient side where oxygens are deficient. So here 4 oxygens are there, in product side there is no oxygen. So there is a deficiency of oxygen in product side in the half reaction. So you have to add same number of H2O to the product side. For that, MnO4 minus gives Mn plus 2. How many oxygens are deficient? 4 oxygens. So you have to add 4 H2O. Here in this half reaction there is no need of balancing, because already only Fe is there, 1 Fe plus 3. Now balancing of hydrogen. Here there is a difference in the balancing of hydrogen. In acidic media, if the reaction is carried out in an acidic media, we have to balance hydrogens in one way. If it is in a basic media, we have to balance the hydrogens in the other way. Now first let us observe how to balance the hydrogens in acidic media. In acidic media, while you are balancing hydrogens, you have to keep same number of H plus ions in the deficient side. Here 4 into 2, 8 hydrogens are there. Here there is no hydrogens. So in product reactant side you have to add H plus ions equal to this number, that is MnO4 minus plus 8H plus gives Mn plus 2 plus 4. Now hydrogens are balanced. Then electrons has to be balanced. Here oxidation state of Mn is plus 7, here it is plus 2. So the change of plus 7 to plus 2 is possible only when 5 electrons are absorbed by this. So you have to mention those electrons here in the reactant side of this half reaction. MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5E minus gives Mn 4H2O. Now in the product side, plus 2 charge is converted into plus 3 charge. This is possible only when one electron is released. So Fe plus 2 gives Fe plus 3 plus 1 E minus. Now in this half reaction only one electron is released, but in the half reaction 5 electrons are absorbed. So number of electrons released must be equal to number of electrons are absorbed. So this can be done by multiplying the whole half reactions with a suitable coefficient. So here also we require 5 electrons. So the whole half reaction should be multiplied with 5, so that you will get 5 Fe plus 2 gives 5 Fe plus 3 plus 5 E minus. Now electrons are balanced. Now you have to add these two half reactions. That means all reactants should write one side and all products should write other side. So MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5 E minus plus 5 Fe plus 2 gives Mn plus 2 plus 4 H2O plus 5 Fe plus 3 plus 5 E minus. So here 5 E minus and 5 E minus are cancelled. So that is the final balanced equation. So in this process you have to done this balancing in stepwise manner. First point, first you have to write the skeleton ionic equation, then identify which species is oxidized and which species is reduced. Then split the equation into two half reactions, namely oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction. Then balance each half reaction independently. While balancing the half reaction, first balance the elements other than oxygen and hydrogen. Then balance oxygens by adding H2O to the deficient side. Then if the reaction is carried out in acidic media, balance hydrogens by adding H plus ions to the deficient side. Then balance electrons. After balancing of electrons, if it is necessary, multiply the whole half reactions with a suitable coefficients. After balancing the half reaction, add two half reaction to get final equation. If any species are present both in reactant side and product side, you have to cancel those species. These are the 10 steps that you have to follow while balancing an ionic equation by half reaction method. In the description, I mentioned all these, I will give you all these points in a PDF format.